Hey, welcome back again, viewers and subscribers. This moment, I want to be speaking to you on a study that was published by the Journal of Biosciences and Medicines, Volume 8, in 2020. A study by Kple etal. Right, that was in 2020, and it was entitled "Phytochemical Characterization of Tree Plants and Their Antisickling Activity in the Management of Sickle Cell Disease." These tree plants were Jatropha, gossypifolia+Justicica, secunda, and P. nigresens. Right, and as I have my camera focus here on Jatropha gossypifolia, a black physician nut, otherwise called castor oil plant, and castor oil plant, which is called Ricinus communis. That's the original castor bean plant of which you make the castor oil. Right, it's clearly quite a different in the distinction. Right, so this is the mature plant of Jatropha gossypifolia. The immature ones are usually purple. The leaves are purple in color. Right, here we have a taller one over here. Taller one here. Small one here. Jatropha gossypifolia. Right, so the abstract of the study is natural plant products have been used by the population of southeastern part of Côte d'Ivoire in the management of sickle cell anemia. Right, the study was aimed at investigating the antisickling activity of the hydroethanolic extract of a combination of the leaves of Justicica secunda, Jatropha gossypifolia, and P. nigresens. These three plant species were used in the Ivorian traditional herbal medicine. From the results, the extracts of Justicica secunda and Jatropha gossypifolia and P. nigresens have shown to be therapeutically beneficial to the population. Their use is also justified in the management of sickle cell disease in the southeastern part of Côte d'Ivoire. So it goes on to delve into what sickle cell disease is. Sickle cell disease, also known as sickle cell anemia, is an inherited hemoglobinopathy caused by a plant point mutation. This mutation leads to the substitution of glutamic acid. Right, and now let me pause here for a second. Glutamic acid, if you have watched my video on, let's see here, kind of forgetting it, right, pigeon peas, right, sorry there, almost lost my memory there, right, so this is pigeon peas, which in 2007 FDA approved L-glutamate, right, these are the plants right here. Right, so this is it. So from what they're saying is that the glutamic acid is a missing link, right? When the individual is bothered by the sickle cell disease, right? You have the vaso-occlusive crisis, right? So this contains glutamine, right? Amino acid, right? That you need to consume in your from your diet, right? So yeah, back to Jatropha gossypifolia, right? So it says this mutation leads to the substitution of glutamic acid by valine in position within the beta chain of hemoglobin. Right, and it says the plant material was composed of the leaves of J. gossypifolia, J. Justicica secunda, and P. nigresens. After 3 weeks of drying, they were ground and reduced into fine powder using a Severin grinder. The extract was carried out using hydroethanolic extraction method. 100 grams of vegetable powder were dissolved in 1 liter of hydroethanolic, 70%. Right, now the phytochemical screening of the study, Right? Major groups of secondary metabolites such as steroids, polyterpenes, alkaloids, tannins, polyphenols, flavonoids, quinones, and saponins were characterized by classical methods described. Secondary metabolites identification in a study, plants revealed the presence of flavonoids, terpenoids, polyphenols, alkaloids, and catechinic tannins. Right, so, and it goes on to say that as some studies have shown that the Ivorian flora has a real therapeutic and nutritional potential that can be used to treat or prevent many diseases, herbal therapy may give adequate treatment for sickle cell disease subjects. Several medicinal plants used in the traditional medicine have been shown to contain antisickling principles in vitro. The present study was performed with the aim of studying the in vitro antisickling activity of the aqueous and ethanolic extracts of J. gossypifolia+Justicica, secunda, and P. nigresens, three plants used by the traditional healers in southern eastern of Côte d'Ivoire. And that study that I found by Gini etal 2020 was based in Africa also. So you see many of these plants here seems to have been scientifically tested, researched, right? There's evidence-based medicine studies on these plants, empirical studies to show that they indeed can be used to treat sickle cell disease and other disease conditions, right? So again, this is Caginus cajun, pigeon peas, right? It's one that I found out that, as I said, the glutamic acid, and this contains glutamine, right? Even used by bodybuilders, right? Been marketed in the bodybuilding industry, right? Big plants here starting to blossom again, so I'll be getting pigeon peas very soon. And in St. Vincent here, I've been even speaking to one of the dietitian in the Ministry of Health. I'm telling her, you know, I've found all these research studies, all these information. I mean, I want to do something, like I want to collaborate with you. Like, what can we do? You know, means I'm a nurse. Both of our backgrounds have already been in nursing, so what can we do? You know, right? And here is Justicica secunda. Right, this is the hemoglobin plant, or St. John's bush. Right, this is plant that they used to treat anemia. When you make an infusion of the plant of this plant here, water turns to red. Right, pretty good for building the blood. It's an abortifacient, so if you're well, don't know at times when you're pregnant, this can cause you to abort the fetus. This causes uterine contraction. Their action also, again, emmenagogues, right, causing uterine contraction. So this is Justicica secunda, one of those plants mentioned. I haven't seen P. nigresens. I haven't managed to see P. nigresens. Yeah. So again, the study goes on to say various treatment options have been assessed to help patients with sickle cell disease as curative therapies, bone marrow transplantation, chemotherapy, gene therapy, not withholding that bone marrow transplantation and gene therapy provide satisfactory results. There is a problem of finding suitable donor, makes these highly specialized and expensive therapeutic approaches unavailable in most developing countries. As for symptomatic treatment, the risk of infections related to transfusion and many profound side effects of chemical substances such as hydroxyurea, erythropoietia, tucarisol, etc. creates big challenges to this approach. As proposed therapies remain very expensive for most African populations, they have recourse to medicinal plants in order to treat sickle cell disease. This combination of plants could act in synergy because of antisickling, anticoagulant, antioxidant, and hemolytic activity of each of them. Here's Justicica secunda up close. Justicica secunda. And research has already been done on this plant. treat sickle cell disease. I even found one study which says that Justicica secunda transforms sickle-shaped cells into normal-shaped cells. I usually use this plant a lot. I just love that red color. You make an infusion when you boil it. Like I said, I haven't found P. nigresens, that other plant, as yet. Right. So yeah, here is castor bean plant, rising escuminous, clearly different, right? Clearly different. I have a big one here in my yard. See this big one here? There's a big one. Castor bean plant. It's a pretty big one. Alright, so they conclude the study by saying the study was conducted to evaluate in vitro the reversible effect of hydroethanol extract from the combination of Justicica secunda, P. nigresens, and J. gossypifolia. This work shows that hydroalcoholic extract at the concentration of 10 mg a milliliter has reversibility activity of red sickled cells. This activity might be due to phenolic compounds in this combination of plants, as it has been shown to be one of the main components responsible for antisickling activity. Right? It says in this combination of plants, this could act in synergy because of the antisickling, anticoagulant, antioxidant, and hemolytic activity. So that's it for now. That's one study showing 3 plants that can be used in the treatment of sickle cell disease. I found them right here in St. Vincent. Right here in St. Vincent. Thanks again for watching.